Dino Cazares, how are you today?
Todo muy bueno. ¿Y tú?
Ay, muy bien también. Yeah, it's good to hear Spanish from you. I'm so happy to have you here. You're a legend, man. And especially to my followers, they've been asking this interview for a long time.
Really?
Yes, really. They know that you're coming to Mexico with Asesino, so they are excited.
I have a lot of stuff going on right now. A lot of stuff. We are definitely coming to Mexico City.
Yes.
December 13th.
Yes.
And we will be playing a special set list because we're going to honor the era of Dino and Brujeria.
Oh, that's amazing.
Canciones que yo escribí para Brujeria.
Wow.
La era de Dino Cazares, de Brujeria. Los 3 discos, Raza Odiada, Matando Güeros, y Brujerismo. So we're playing songs from those 3 records. At least 15 songs from Brujeria and then another bunch of songs from Asesino.
Okay, not Fear Factory.
No.
Asesino en Brujeria.
Sí.
Especially for Mexicans, right?
Sí, pero Brujeria primero.
Good job.
Y Asesino.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Oh boy.
These are like more personal questions. Okay. People call you a Mexican American artist.
Al Gordo? People call me Al Gordo.
Your nickname?
No, I'm just joking.
I know.
Yeah, soy mexicano primero. Mexican American. Porque mis padres son puro mexicano.
Mexican. Oh, okay. Yes.
Y
but you were born
pero yo tengo la sangre y del mexicano.
And proud of it, right?
Sí. Pero I'm from California, and what was California before? Mexico.
Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Mexica.
Pero más allá de eso, me dices si en inglés, ¿eh?
Okay.
Más allá de eso, la gente te considera como alguien un mexicano, americano, que abrió puertas a nivel global. O sea, una persona...
Wow.
Sí, wow. Muy importante. ¿Cuándo, en qué momento tú sentiste que tu cultura influyó, o tu nacionalidad, o tus raíces, en la música que tú has hecho? ¿Y de qué manera?
Cuando yo estaba tocando guitarra, mis riffs son mexicanos, es porque la gente le gusta mucho. Y las letras de Brujeria. Antes, el primer disco de Brujeria se llama Matando Güeros, y mucha gente no sabía qué es Brujeria, qué es eso, qué está diciendo eso. Pero el segundo disco, Raza Odiada, eso es cuando pegó todo el mundo. Ese disco, porque nosotros estábamos con una compañía que se llama Roadrunner Records. Y Roadrunner Records es una compañía que tiene oficina de todo el mundo. Y ellos hizo promoción para nosotros, todo el mundo. Y eso es cuando yo miré que yo hizo algo muy bueno. Que toda la gente, they can relate to the lyrics. You know, from Brazil to Mexico, Argentina, Chile, España, Portugal, and all those Mexicanos que viven en Estados Unidos, when they were coming up to me and telling me that they liked what we did, and they liked it because of the lyrics.
That's when you feel.
That's when I felt. That's when I felt that I did something to open the doors for other people.
Yes, and you did. Yes, you
Thank
did.
you.
Also, many Mexican Americans say that they feel like they live between two worlds, you know? How did that affect the way you see the metal scene?
That I live in between two worlds.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't think of it that way. I mean, I didn't say it that way, but you're very right. I do live in between two worlds.
Yes.
Because I have Fear Factory and Divine Heresy, and that sings in English,
Yes.
right? And there are a lot of Mexicanos que gustan esos discos también, pero lo más son americanos o gringos
Claro.
que gustan ese. Pero eso es porque yo quería hacer algo para los latinos, para los mexicanos, para los sudamericanos, con Asesino y con Brujeria. Pero mira, Brujeria era mi primera banda antes que Fear Factory. Yo estaba diciendo eso antes que Fear Factory, que música en inglés. Antes que yo hice música en inglés, ¿me entiendes?
Yes.
It started because me and the singer, El Juan Brujo, we were at a radio show. A friend of ours had a radio show in Los Angeles, and Brujo walked in with a newspaper, and the newspaper, this is like 1988. The newspaper said Brujeria on the front. And it was about these satanic cult killing drug cartel guys. And it was talking about what happened. And it said, and the way that the newspaper described it was Brujeria. And so we're like, that's it.
That's the name.
That's the name. Let's start a band called that. And then boom, that was it.
So will you say it's your favorite band project?
Brujeria?
Or the one you love the most? I don't know.
All of them.
All of them.
All my projects.
Why is that so special to you?
Because I was able to do a killer band that sang in Spanish.
Okay.
It's very special to me because a lot of the lyrics that we wrote, some of them were current things that were happening at that time that are still happening today.
Yeah.
You know, La Migra. I mean, that's a big one, right?
Yes.
Every politician uses the Mexican border as a way to try to get votes.
Yes.
On both sides. ¿Me entiendes?
Yes, of course.
Sí.
Y son temas que tú había leído por ahí, que estás muy involucrado, o sea, que te apasionan mucho eso. Y los animales también leí por ahí.
Yo estaba diciendo cosas en las letras que otra gente no puede decir.
Claro. Now, this is another question. From all of your bands, like Brujeria, Fear Factory, Divine Heresy, Asesino, which one pushed you the most, and why?
Which one pushes me the most?
Yeah, in a creative way.
All of them, because I have to get in a different mindset for each project. Okay, you know, Brujeria is musically it's more simple. The lyrics have more of a political side to it, right? But we're talking about what I call border politics. You know, it always seems like everybody wants to control the border one way or another. Every politician, drug cartels, everybody wants to control the border, and it seems like there's always a battle there. And so we just sing about a lot of the things that happen there on both sides. Asesino is more along the lines of, you know, it's a lot of more death metal. It's more technical than Brujeria, faster, fresher, and lyrically it deals with a lot of obviously murder, death, but a lot of sexual stuff in there too. a lot of funny sex stuff, como y tu mamá también.
Yeah, and also like in like dark humor, like sarcasm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I love from death metal. You know,
And
like,
then and then Fear Factory, that's more along the lines of more industrial music. Yeah, we sing a lot of concepts about man versus machine, technology, and things like that. And Divine Heresy was like the technical version of Fear Factory, with a lot more riffs, guitar solos, more along the lines of deathcore, metalcore type stuff. And yeah, so they're all different mindsets that I have to get into. I can't work on each project at the same time. It's hard. You have to
yeah.
dedicate.
So what do you do then?
You
What
have
do
to.
you do?
You have to dedicate your time to each one.
Yes. But how do you handle that? Like,
Yeah, it can be hard, pretty hard, and the reason why it gets hard is just trying to find the time to do them all. That's the problem.
do you do when you create a riff? Like, do you take inspiration in something, or do you have a ritual, something? I don't know.
A ritual.
Like a ritual, yeah. Like, well, let me tell you something. When I used to compose music, I used to do it in the bathroom. I swear. I don't know why.
¿Cuando
But
estás cagando o qué?
yeah, I swear. Yeah, it was like, and I play the piano, but I used to take the guitar. I don't know why. I used to have bands too, and I was like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom and take my guitar, because at that time there were no cell phones, no technology, so that's what I used to do. So take my guitar and then like creating a riff, something like that, and then the lyrics, and then going out, after shitting, and then I have a song with my group.
Wow, that quick, huh?
Well,
I always, it's kind of hard to say what inspires me, because life inspires me. Everything inspires me. And I could be anywhere at any time and something will pop in my head, or I see something that could trigger an idea. You know what I mean? And even when you're watching movies, when I go to the movies, sometimes I hear people, when you hear the actors talking, sometimes they say certain words. I'm like, and I write it down because the words sparked an idea. And it's just everything sparks an idea, and I always have a guitar around me. Back to the question, yeah, a lot of things inspire me, and I usually just say life inspires me, because every day that I'm alive, you hear something, see something, it could be a color, it could be a particular color that can inspire you. I have a lot of. I feel like I'm very passionate about a lot of things, and so I get really into it. Maybe it's the Latino blood, I don't know, but I get really into it. Yeah,
Latino blood, and also musician. It's like artists are very intense people and sensitive people.
Yes.
Well, tell me something. This is for me, because when I read this about you, I was like,
oh God, here we go.
No, yeah, I was like, I love him. I read that you love animals and you protect animals or something like that. Like, is that true?
I mean, I grew up on a farm.
Oh.
So we had everything from pigs, goats, chickens, cows, ducks, peacocks. We had a lot of everything. And so, yeah, when I was a kid, I really got into that because I grew up with them. They were like all my pets. And then I had a pet goat.
Really?
His name was Chivo. It was black and white.
Oh.
And his name was Chivo. His name was Chivo.
Chivo. So the name was Chivo, like we call it in Mexico, right? Like Chivo.
Yeah, like Chivo. Yeah, so that was his nickname, Chivo, and or that was his name. And so this goat would follow me everywhere like a dog. Oh. And so I let him in the house, and he would sleep with me.
Oh, that's amazing.
He laid down next to me, and we sleep. And then when he wanted to go outside to go to the bathroom, he would just hit his head on the door.
Really?
And I open the door and he goes, use the bathroom, and he comes back.
You influenced many guitar players all around the world.
I hope.
What do you think is no, yeah, you do. You did. What do you think is your biggest contribution to metal that people don't talk about much?
I think with Fear Factory, well, two things. One is I think that we exposed Mexican metal to the world. Not that it wasn't before. You know, there was some bands before, but I think we did it on a bigger scale. That's Brujeria. That's the first thing. Second thing, Second thing is Fear Factory. We were one of the first bands, if not the first band, to really combine heavy vocals and melodic vocals in a song, combine the way that we do it. I would say those are the two things that that we helped contribute to the metal world, and a lot of the syncopation between the guitar and the kick drums. I think a lot. You know, we were influenced by little pieces of things that people have done in the past, but to do it the way that we did it, and expose it the way we did it, I think that we were one of the first ones.
I think so too. You have a special sound with, like, to me, it's what I like from a band, and I appreciate, like, when you hear the first notes, it's like, oh, this is the band. Like, it's Brujeria, no?
Yeah.
Like you have an identity, like a special sound, a specific sound.
And that's the hard thing, is having each band have its own identity.
Yes. Yes.
That's hard. But that's why I said you have to get into the certain mindset when I work on those projects. Okay, what's Asesino going to sound like? What's Brujeria going to sound like? What's Fear Factory going to sound like? You know, it's like I have to get into that mindset of each project.
This is another thing that we've been talking about with Brujeria and Asesino. You brought Latino identity into extreme metal. What did that mean to you as a Mexican American?
Oh, it meant everything to me. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. You know, because I didn't really hear anything like that before. I heard bands like Transmetal and, you know, and stuff like that.
Luz
but they weren't. But Luz Bell, but they weren't doing it as extreme as we were doing it. And I don't think they had that kind of success as we did. Because, you know, Brujeria, we were playing all over the world, you know what I mean? And we were playing, and some shows we were playing in the majority of a white audience, you know? And that was crazy to me too, to see all those gringos, you know, singing all the songs. And Asesino too. Asesino, we went on tour with Static X all across the United States. And we went on tour with Danzig as well. He took us on tour, and that was great. That's what I'm really proud of.
Like...
Well, that we're not from Mexico, or we're not Mexican. Is that the question?
Mexican.
Well, we're like I said, Mexican American, so we're Mexican first, right? But you know, Mexico's in my blood. Mexico's in my blood. It's in my heart. Es mi tierra. You know, it's like I was born right on the border. It's like I can take one step and I'm in Mexico. The next step I'm in California. That's how close I was. My dad had a house in Mexico and he had a house in California. So we went back and forth. Yo viví como un mexicano porque yo viví en un rancho. Yo soy original. I was like I was a middle con chivo.
Con chivo, con el chivo.
You know, so you know, my dad was a baseball player in Mexico, in Mexicali. He played for Los Águilas. So did my brother. My brother played for Los Águilas in Mexico. So I have my roots are there. So if people want to say that, that's fine. But
yeah, there's some of them, but they like Brujeria. But you know, this is social media.
But the problem is that when I was out of Brujeria, it became Gringo Brujeria.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
A lot of gringos was in the band. Brujo put a lot of gringos in the band. Why, I don't know, but that was the direction he went. It didn't sound bad, but it didn't sound the best. But we are going to bring the true Brujeria December 13th, Mexico.
That's good to know.
Puro Mexicanos.
Puro Mexicano. Okay, I also want to ask you, well, this, I think we talk about this. Are there any plans for new music with Accesino Brujeria? Fans really want to know. Like,
yes.
Right.
Okay. We're going to when I'm finished with the new Fear Factory, I'm going to start the next. Well, we already started. We have like about 7 songs for the new Asesino, but we're going to make it 2 halves. Va a tener 2 partes. It's going to be a killer show. Again, we're going to be honoring the era of Dino Cazares with Brujeria, songs from the first 3 records. And then, of course, a bunch of Asesino songs as well. So we're going to give them a night of full metal marrano, or marrano metal.
Puerco, right? Metal puerco. What would you... the metal puerco. Sí, como, like we say here in Mexico, chillidos de puerco. What would your advice to young Mexican musicians? What would you like to say to Mexican youth after, sorry, I don't know if you saw this news or video where Nergal from Behemoth said, like, don't create bands anymore, we don't need more bands, blah blah blah. So what do you think about that, and what's your advice for young Mexican musicians?
Well, if you want to get into music, nowadays there's a lot more outlet than there was back in the day. So obviously, you should show off your talent on social media. That's the best way to get exposure. Put videos of you playing on Instagram, everywhere you can, YouTube, you name it, just to get exposure and to get out there and build up a following. Before you try to get signed to a record company or anything like that, build up a following, because if you want to get signed to a record company, sometimes they look at your social media to see how many followers you have. So that's still a big thing too. And sometimes you don't even need a record company. You could do it yourself. Some people are making a lot of money just doing videos on their own. They go viral and so on and so on. But so I think obviously practice, try to get as good as you can, put out your own videos on social media and build up a following that way. And if you want to become a live band, just make sure that you find musicians that share the same interest as you do, and then just go out and play live and just go do it. That's the best way to do it. Sure, if you want to, maybe Nagal was saying there's just too many bands out there. Maybe that's what he's saying. Sure, we do have an influx of a lot of musicians, but that's fine. There's room for everybody.
I think so too. Well, I don't know. I'll say yes. I can say yes, Nergal, to that comment. But maybe in Mexico, because in Mexico,
it's like saying, okay, no more chefs. There's too many chefs.
No.
No more.
Yes,
no more actors. No more actors. There's too many actors.
I agree.
Don't act. There's too many actors. Don't be a comedian because there's too many comedians.
Don't follow your dream.
Yeah, don't follow your dream. Start something else. Go somewhere else. Yeah. Start an OnlyFans.
Go to hell. Get frustrated.
Yeah.
Take drugs. Maybe 20 years ago, it was MTV. It was TV, radio. I don't know. But today, it's social media.
Okay. Yeah.
So
the people who are making those comments, where are they making the comments at?
Yeah, at home.
No, but where? No, but where? Are they making it on social media?
They're making. Yeah, on social media, yes.
They're making the comments on social media saying if you promote your band on social media, that you're a sellout. Well, then don't comment. You know, you know, everybody is guilty of being on social media and making comments and whatever, blah 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 blah. But I can't speak for Nagal. I don't know what he means. I don't know what he's trying to say, but I know that every band that I know that go to South America, Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Mexico, you know, they always say that those are the best shows they've ever played.
Yes.
And the biggest crowds and the best crowds and the loudest crowds, and they sing all the lyrics. And you know, so I don't know, understand what why people are complaining about that.
Yeah, that was my question. Like, what do you think about that? Like, you as a band, as a musician, like, how do you use the social media to promote your band, to promote your projects?
I put up whatever, and then if people want to leave good or bad comments, fine, go for it, because it feeds, like I said, it feeds the algorithm, and yes. You know, that's how some people go viral. You know, some people might put something that 1 million people hate, but that's okay. 1 million people saw your shit.
Yes, of course. Well, anything else you want to say to the Mexican crowd?
Be ready, you know, because we're coming, and it's going to be fucking killer. Surca Volador, December 13th. So come on out. It's going to be a lot of good bands playing, bands that coming in from Europe. And, you know, we're going to be doing a special set of Brujeria and Asesino. I've heard it all.
You too?
Yeah, me too. I'm too fat. I'm Mexican. Go back to your country. I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard it all.
Motherfuckers.
But there's one thing that I don't hear hardly ever, that I suck.
Oh, of course. Oh, that's an amazing closure. I love it.
There you go.
That's great. Yeah, tell me.
December 12th at the Fuck Off Room, I will be doing a special DJ set. So come out there to the Fuck Off Room.